For 6 decades, the financial world has had a safety net, a grandfather figure who stood in the chaos of Wall Street and said, everything is going to be okay. He was the oracle, the unshakable constant. If the market crashed, you looked at him. If the world panicked, you listened to him. He turned a failing textile mill into a fortress. He created millionaires out of secretaries and billionaires out of ordinary investors. His annual letters weren't just reports, they were scripture. We worshipped at the altar of value. We believed the oracle would live forever, but time is the one bear market you cannot outlast. End of story. Today, January 3rd, 2026, the era officially ended. Warren Buffett has stepped down. The desk is empty. The oracle has left the building. And for the first time in 60 years, the investing world is asking a terrifying question. Is the magic gone too? The market does not like uncertainty. And right now, we are drowning in it. Look at the charts. Berkshire stock dropped 4% the moment the news hit the wire. That isn't just numbers flashing on a screen. That is billions of dollars of faith evaporating in seconds. Why? Because for half a century, you weren't buying a company. You were buying him. You were paying a Buffett premium. You slept well at night because you knew he was at the wheel. Now, you're just owning a conglomerate, a collection of railroads, insurance companies, and Apple stock. The fortress of solitude on Long Island that we heard about in the last videos. That was Jim Simons using math to beat the market. Buffett didn't use math. He used judgment. Can you transfer judgment? Can you inherit genius? The market is voting no. So, who is the new king? Enter Greg.B. He's been the heir apparent for years. He's brilliant. He's ruthless. He turned Berkshire Energy into a powerhouse. But here's the brutal truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Greg.B. is an operator. He fixes businesses. He cuts costs. He manages margins. Warren Buffett was an allocator. He was an artist. Buffett could look at a company and see its soul. Abel looks at a company and sees a spreadsheet. This changes everything. The machine, the money-making machine, is still there. But the pilot has changed. Imagine you're on a plane. The pilot who has flown you safely for 60 years just parachuted out, and the co-pilot took the stick. The plane is the same. The engines are the same. But do you feel as safe? Here is the problem that is going to haunt this stock for the rest of 2026. The cash pile. Berkshire is sitting on nearly $200 billion. Buffett sat on it because he was waiting for the fat pitch. He had the patience of a saint. Wall Street is not patient. Without Buffett to tell them no, the sharks will circle. They will demand dividends. They will demand buybacks. They will want that cash now. If Greg.B. gives in, Berkshire Hathaway ceases to be a compounding machine and becomes just another dividend stock. That is the tragedy. If they start paying out the cash, the magic of compounding, the very force that made Buffett the richest investor in history breaks. The snowball stops rolling. So what do? Do we sell? Do we run for the exits? Let's step back from the cliff. Look at the assets. They own the railroad that moves America. They own the insurance that protects it. They own a massive chunk of the most valuable tech company on earth. These things do not vanish because one man retired. If you invested with Buffett, you invested in a philosophy. That philosophy was, be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Right now, the world is fearful. The world is mourning. This drop, this panic, it's the first test. If you sell now, you are betting against the American economy itself. Buffett isn't the king anymore, but he built a kingdom that doesn't need a king to survive. The oracle is gone. The era of easy magic is over. Now, we have to do the hard work ourselves. The training wheels are off. I'm buying the dip. Are you? Let me know in the comments if you think Greg.B. can save the legacy, or if the empire falls from here. Don't forget to subscribe. Welcome to the new world of investing.